there, it's Melissa, and I have gotten a ton of messages from you people asking me if I have continued on my high-fat, low-carbohydrate lifestyle after doing my little experiment back in October. And I wanted to answer you, but if you'll allow me to recap real fast, back in October, I decided on a whim, because I'm fascinated with how the body works with food, that I would go ahead and do a 100% vegan diet for 30 days. Now, my whole adulthood, I have always done a low carb, low fat, high protein diet. So for 30 days, I did vegan and I lost weight. I felt incredible. And during those 30 days, I started researching what I was hearing a lot about, which was a high fat, low carbohydrate diet. So when I finished the 30 days of this vegan diet, I had my blood work done, I did a transition week, and then I went into eating high fat, low carb, which I mean high fat. I had at least 70% fat, 25% of my calories was from protein, and then only 5% was from carbohydrates, which was Shakeology and mostly green vegetables. I did that for 30 days and I had my blood work done. And that was very interesting. So it has been 2 months since the end of my 30-day high-fat, low-carb, meaning that I've been doing it now for a total of 3 months. And a lot of people are asking me, are you still on it? How is it going? So I went again and I had blood work taken for the 3rd time. And I wanted to share it with you. So here we go. Way back in October, and because I didn't know I was going to do this whole experimentation, I didn't do my blood work before I started the vegan diet, and I really wish I would have, but I can't go back in time, so I'm not sure. But I've always been a pretty healthy person, so I think it was probably about where it was after the vegan diet. But my cholesterol was 191, and I think the 2 things to look at are HDL and triglycerides. After the 30 days of vegan, my triglycerides were 73, which is phenomenally good, and my HDL was 37, which is actually kind of bad. That's way too low. So interestingly enough, after the 30 days of the high-fat, low-carb, my cholesterol shot up to 291, which is really high. My triglycerides went up as well to 106, which is still well below the risk range. 150 or lower is good, and I was 106. And my HDL went up to 59, which put me in the range that I'm supposed to be as a lady. So it went up from 37 to 59. That's pretty good stuff after a high-fat, low-carbohydrate diet. So I continued on for 2 more months, and I'm going to tell you I wasn't perfect. I mean, a cookie would come along and I would have to try it, right? So there were, the holidays passed, so there were, many reasons that I would take in some unnecessary carbohydrates, but for the most part, I was pretty good. And my blood work now shows that my total cholesterol is 293, so it's just 2 points higher than it was 2 months ago, and that could be because I had a steak the day before I had my blood drawn. So it's pretty much the exact same. And what's really interesting to me is the triglycerides have gone down from 106 2 months ago down to 86, which is really, really good. And triglycerides, of course, are what you look for heart disease. And my HDL went up a lot. I mean, I have really high HDL now, which is good, 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 good. It's at 73. So it started at 37 after vegan, went up to 59, and is now 73. So my total cholesterol is high, but they do what they call a cholesterol ratio, and my cholesterol ratio is in the healthy range. But this time when I did my blood test, I actually paid a little extra and I had them check my LDL particle size. Now this is new research, and I know there are still some old school doctors out there that don't believe in this. So I can't come to you with 100% assurity that it is ironclad with the medical community, but it's very promising. And what they're saying is that there are many different sizes to your LDL, and the 2 important ones are the small ones and the large ones. The large ones are big and fluffy. They don't get caught in the nicks in your arteries and your blood vessels, so they don't cause any harm. It's the little tiny ones that do cause harm. And so I had my particle sizes checked, and guess what? They're all the big, fat, fluffy ones. So my high LDL cholesterol is of no harm to me, which is a really, really good thing to hear. So I plan to continue this because, to be honest with you, it's a lifestyle that I'm really enjoying. I get to eat quite a bit of calories. I mean, I'm at about 1,800 to 2,200 a day, and it's a lot of, meat. And, I do eat bacon, I have eggs, I have butter, lots of coconut oil, avocados, nuts, you name it. It's just a really nice lifestyle right now. And to let you know too, since I started this all the way back in October, I lost weight, and I'm still losing weight. I mean, it's really tapered off. I've only lost like 3 pounds in the last 2 months. But the first, from veganism to the high-fat, low-carb, I've continued to lose body fat. These last 2 months, I lost more percentage body fat eating a lot of fat. Eat a lot of fat, lose fat. Very good. And on a personal note, I want to let you know that one thing that I found very interesting about eating this way is since I haven't lost a whole lot of weight or a whole lot of body fat, I think if you were to compare the two pictures, you probably wouldn't really notice a difference. 3-4 pounds, 0.5%, 1% of body fat. But things like my jewelry, like this ring, when I bought it, I think like 4 or 5 months ago, I'd have to struggle to put over my knuckle, and now it wants to fall off. Not only that, but I've had shoes that I've had for a really long time that I could never wear because I would wear them for 15 minutes and they would kill my feet. Now I can wear them all day long. And my speculation is it's probably inflammation. I hear a lot that the high-fat, low-carbohydrate diet really helps reduce inflammation in the body. And if this is any indication that it's true, then it's very true. And like I said, I plan to continue with this, and I will continue to have blood work done because how you look and how you feel is important. But this kind of stuff really tells the truth. And so far, it looks like my body is appreciating the way that I'm eating, but I'm not done yet. So I will continue, and I promise to get back to you soon, 30, 60 days, and let you know how I'm doing up to that point.